What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This here is Legitical Response. We cover political news, keep you up to date, and keep you informed of everything that the government does, because the government does all kinds of crap. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted to do that really fast. But what's up, everybody? How the hell's your day going, by the way? Yeah, we're talking politics. We always talk politics. That's all we seem to talk about around here. And today, we're getting into some constitutional things that we got going on here. Yeah, we all know Mitch McConnell announced that he's leaving. You know, which he should have done a long time ago. Do we have a geritocracy going on? Let me know down in the comments if you believe that our politicians are way too old. You know, some of them at least. And some of them are way too old. Mitch McConnell, Chuck Schumer, all them. You know, Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi. Shall I keep continuing? Right? We have way too many old people in politics. We need to get some young blood in there, right? We need people like that are in the Freedom Caucus that are younger and more vibrant and have ideas, logical ideas that they want to throw out into government, right? Let's get into the story right quick, because this one's kind of interesting and it poses a very good constitutional question, if you will. Kentucky bill strips governor of power to appoint senator. Right now, in case you didn't know, some states do this, some states don't do this. It just depends on state to state. That, you know, like if Mitch McConnell just decided, look, I quit. Well, you got to have representation, right? You got to have your state representation. So, I guess in Kentucky, that means that the governor would appoint a new state rep, you know, a new senator for the state. Every state gets two. Now, you would think a Democrat, upholding democracy to the highest of levels, would want the democratic process to take hold in this. But as we see in this story, not so much. Check this out. The Kentucky Senate sent a bill to Governor Andy Beshear Thursday that would strip him of his power to appoint people to the U.S. Senate. The bill seeks to hold special elections for Senate vacancies in Kentucky, according to the Associated Press. The legislation's passage through the state Senate follows the late February announcement that Senator Mitch McConnell, 82, would step down from his position as Senate Minority Leader at the end of the year. Republican State House Majority Floor Leader Stephen Rudy, the bill's main sponsor, has said the legislation doesn't have to do with McConnell, but rather his position on how a vacant seat should be filled per the AP. Kentucky State Senate sent the bill to Beshear in a 34-3 vote, according to the AP. Beshear, a Democratic governor in a deeply red state, has pushed back against the bill as having a background in partisanship. Like I said, you would figure a Democrat, when they're constantly yelling about democracy, would want democracy instead of authoritarianism, right? The governor having the power to decide the senators in a situation like that goes against democratic values, goes against the democratic process, right? You want your representation from the people to be by the people and for the people, because this is a people's government. No governor should appoint a state rep for the state's interests, right? But the people comprise the state. So that's like I said, this gets into a very good constitutional question, right? Because the people elect the senators who represent the state's interests. Now, should the people actually elect these people? You would think a Democrat would say yes, because, you know, my democracy, right? Oh, my democracy and all that good stuff. You know, they talk about democracy and all this other stuff all the damn time. But hang on, you as the Democratic civilian, have already voted in your representation in government. Now, let me know down in the comment section, should the governor appoint senators, or should it be the people appointing the senators? Because the senators technically don't represent the people, they represent the state as a whole, which is comprised of the people, but it's also comprised of state departments and all kinds of other stuff, right? So should that be a democratic process to get these people into their positions to represent their states? Let me know down in the comments. In his speech announcing his decision to leave his leadership position last month, McConnell said he is not going anywhere anytime soon. However, I will complete my job. My colleagues have given me until we select a new leader in November and they take the helm next January, McConnell said. McConnell has said he started taking a second look at his career plans following the death of his sister-in-law, Angela Chow, in a car crash in early February. Are you sure about that? That's the only time you started taking a look at your career plans? You didn't start taking a look at your career plans when you froze up for 30 seconds? You didn't start taking a look at your career plans when you reached 70? You know, I've argued this before. Yeah, I think we should have cognitive tests. I've heard other people argue, we need age limits on government reps and congressmen and all this other stuff. Nah, I don't know about that one. I don't know if that's even constitutional to do. However, I do believe cognition tests would be very constitutional to do. As a matter of fact, 25th Amendment, I think it's a good idea, and I think every single politician should take an IQ test for one, and a cognitive test, maybe some sort of physical thing, to be in their positions. And to get into their positions. The longest elected office, I believe, is senator at 6 years. So I don't think we need to vote in a senator and then do any sort of tests in that 6-year time frame. But every time you get voted back in, oh yeah, I think we need to do another IQ test, another physical education, or some sort of cognition test or something on these people, so we don't have geriatrics running the damn government. People that are completely out of touch with what's going on in this country. Because a lot of these people are completely out of touch. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. When you lose a loved one, particularly at a young age, huh? What are you talking about at a young age? There's a certain introspection that accompanies the grieving process. Perhaps it is God's way of reminding you of your own life's journey to prioritize the impact of the world that we all inevitably leave behind, he said, noting his recent birthday. I turned 82 last week. The end of my contributions are closer than I'd prefer. Yeah, I would say so. I would say you're well past life expectancy, and you should have left office a while back, maybe last term, and you shouldn't be in the position that you're in because, like I said, I believe you're out of touch with what's actually going on in this country. But, a corrupt politician is going to be a corrupt politician regardless. These people, they get into power and they don't want to relinquish that power. They want to stay in power. And somehow people keep voting these people back into office. Like, how does Mitch McConnell, having the positions that he has, get voted back into office? I've said this about Lindsey Graham. I've said this about a lot of senators. Senators, to me, come off as the worst, as the most corrupt politicians. Look at Joe Biden. Joe Biden was a senator for what? 47 years? One of the most, if not the most corrupt politician we have in this country's history. Yeah, history. Joe Biden is the worst. Speaking of, just to throw this out there right quick, I know I said it the other day in a video, but you may have not watched that video. Yeah, Comer just invited Joe Biden to his own impeachment inquiry. This is going to be great. Hopefully Joe Biden shows up, right? Hey, get this, right? If he doesn't show up, this is going to be great too, because then Comer and Jim Jordan, they can file contempt of Congress charges against Joe Biden. That is going to be a story I will definitely cover if it comes out, when it comes out. Like I said, but if I was Joe Biden, to be honest, I wouldn't show up for this, but I would just love to see Joe Biden show up to his own impeachment inquiry, right? It's an open committee hearing, so there's no closed-door deposition. I guess the president gets special treatment, although Donald Trump didn't get no freaking special treatment. As a matter of fact, they're persecuting the crap out of Donald Trump. Damn it, I was trying to go an entire video without mentioning Trump. But, shit happens. He's always in the news, so what can you do, I guess? But let me know down in the comments if you want to see Joe Biden at his own impeachment trial, I guess. That's just going to be great. I'm loving this impeachment thing. Do I think it's going to go anywhere? No. I don't think it's going to go a damn place. Like I said in a video from the other day, I'll try to put it right here if I remember. But I don't think impeachment was the goal of this whole endeavor in the first place. I believe that they were just trying to sully Biden's name. And as a matter of fact, they were trying to gather information because having an impeachment inquiry gives you a lot more tools to investigate. It opens up a lot more doors to look into people's personal corrupt lives, if you know what I mean. So the fact they've done this, I believe, is they have all this evidence gathered up, right? So whenever Joe Biden comes out of office and Donald Trump gets in there and puts in a new AG, somebody that's actually going to prosecute crimes and not go after the other side, the opposition, for political persecutions all the damn time, they're going to have charge recommendations from Congress. And that's going to be great. And they're going to go after Joe Biden. And it's going to be lovely. He will maybe get what he deserves for being a corrupt politician his entire life. Stealing classified documents. Enriching his family because he's the vice president, y'all. And he got the prosecutor fired. Yeah, you're going to have to pay for a lot of that, Joe. Unfortunately, you're a little bit too old. And it's a little bit too late. But better late than never, like they say. But that's all I got for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching. And y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. And y'all try to have a good day and be positive. Peace.